So today, we're going to talk a little bit about YouTube, the problematic nature of its business model, and our group's solution for how we want to tackle these issues. We're going to show you some scholarly research as well as some polling we did amongst our peers to show you how we reach these decisions as well. First, we're going to dive into what's wrong with YouTube. More and more frequently over the past couple of years, YouTube has been in the news for the predatory nature of its business model and algorithms, which blatantly look to promote addiction in its users to build ad revenue. Second, we're going to present a solution that our group believes can fix YouTube. It's a prototype plugin for your browser that can help maintain focus while using the website, as well as keep users more aware as they use it, so that they can avoid the dreaded rabbit hole effect when using the site.
Now, moving on to the problems. The main problem that we are focusing on is how YouTube is run on a bummer business model, which, as Linear claims, has 6 main characteristics. Starting with the first one, A, attention acquisition. On YouTube, people continue to post outrageous videos, which leads to discussion leading to more people watching the video, which ultimately leads to more revenue for YouTube and also increases the YouTuber's popularity. People also write thumbnails that are catchy to draw people in and watch the video for the entirety. Moving on to B, butting into everyone's lives. YouTube's algorithm collect data based on the videos that you watch, as well as how long you watch the videos to recommend related videos. Linear also claims how bummer companies cram content down your throat. This also holds true for YouTube, as the data that is compiled from the previous videos that you watch create a feed full of recommended videos that are shown when you first log on to YouTube. Furthermore, there's about 500 hours of content posted on YouTube every minute. Moving on to D, directing behaviors in the sneakiest way possible. Once again, this relates to the recommended videos, as YouTube will offer videos to the side of the video that you're currently watching. This can lead to the viewer falling into a hole of endless videos. Now E, earning money from letting the worst people secretly screw with everyone else. YouTube has forced television series to be shorter and have clips that are easily transferable so that fans are able to watch these on YouTube. Lastly, F, fake mobs and fake society. Any person can create a YouTube account and post anything, as YouTube may not be able to censor everything due to the large amount of content posted every day. This could include videos similar to what were posted on Facebook to shift the outcome of the election. Additionally, the content that users post on YouTube could be fake or manipulated to create a false image. Overall, the main problem with YouTube is that the bummer business model makes it so people continue to watch videos that may be completely unrelated to the original search. This leads to people continuing to spend more time on YouTube and fall down the rabbit hole. Now, the main concept of YouTube is built around the addiction of its users to generate revenue, unlike other social networking sites that are more focused on connecting its users. The more views that YouTube accumulates and the more advertisements that are shown allow for YouTube to create more money. Essentially, YouTube needs people to watch as many videos for as long as possible in order for them to make the maximum amount of money.
Now I'm going to talk about our research. A study conducted on 9 students who use YouTube for more than 2 hours a day found that addictive YouTube use is due to the YouTube algorithm that promotes more and more polarized videos focused on content chaining. That algorithm simplified deals with how likely one is to click, watch, and engage with a video. The more these aspects are used, the more likely a video is to be recommended. And of course, nothing is cheaper or gets more reactions out of people than negative emotions, as Lanier described in his book. This is why polarizing videos are often recommended even if it is not in line with the person's interests. Another study of 141 students discovered that YouTube was the most popular and most time-consuming social media. In fact, they're using it so often that the researchers concluded that their addiction required intervention, which warned the world to watch their own social media usage. This source examined the rules of parasocial relationships on YouTube. A parasocial relationship is a one-sided relationship where one party extends emotional energy, interest, and time, while the other party is completely unaware of the other's existence. This is the big idea was described to a content creator on YouTube. The viewer might have watched this channel for years and feel like they personally know the creator, while the creator has no idea the viewer even exists. This source also concluded that YouTube draws upon social anxiety to keep a person watching their videos, which is manipulative as well. Finally, another study showed that people who watch YouTube for many hours of their day become increasingly single-minded and polarized as their content continues to tell them their ideas are right. This is known as an echo chamber. The survey was conducted over many social media sites, but can be easily generalized to YouTube as they're one of the worst offenders of the echo chamber. Now Joe will speak about our own survey conducted on our peers.
To determine how widespread the problem was in our immediate Georgia Tech community and the viability of our solution, we conducted a public poll. The poll showed that the majority of our community used YouTube for entertainment purposes, which can easily lead the user down a rabbit hole of unrelated content. It also showed that over 25% of the people in our immediate community used YouTube for an hour or more each day, which can be detrimental to productivity, as most of those who watched YouTube for over an hour a day said that their primary use of YouTube was entertainment. We also found that a majority of our community felt that they were sometimes wasting time while watching YouTube. Additionally, over a quarter of those surveyed felt that they were almost always or always wasting time while watching YouTube. There was a trend that many of those who watched YouTube for over an hour a day fell into these categories. Of the over 25% of respondents who felt like they were almost always wasting time, many of them clicked on the recommended video that followed after the original video 50% of the time. These trends show that those who use the most time usually also feel like they are wasting time, but they are enticed to keep watching by the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, a majority of respondents confirmed that they would use a plugin to blur out off-topic recommended videos. The data mentioned earlier proves that there is a real problem that our plugin can solve, and this survey demonstrates that there is a desire for our solution on the marketplace.
And so now we get to the solutions. Our first solution was a timer at the top right of the screen, as you can see in our picture example to the right, that is there to remind the user of how long they've been on the platform and just make sure that they're not on it for longer than they want to be, as this is sort of a reality check in a sense. And so YouTube's business model is actually built off how long users spend on the platform, as the more watch time users spend on videos, the more likely they are to see more ads and therefore more revenue for YouTube. It's kind of in a sense of how casinos do not have clocks inside of them, because they also want their customers to lose a grip of reality so then they can spend more money. In this sense, though, we're just spending more time. But then again, time is money. So I digress. The second solution is blurring out the videos. And so as you can see in our second example of Gauss's law, say this is a physics student studying diligently 3 nights before the test, and he wants to make sure that he's got Gauss's law down. And so he goes on to YouTube, as that's what he's realized is the best resource for him making sure that he understands the topic. And so we want to make sure that the user does not get distracted by recommended videos whenever he's trying to, say, study diligently or just stay on task. And so with this feature, it will blur out videos that are recommended to the user, so then it can only focus, or they can only focus on the videos relevant to what they had searched. And so we plan to actually do this through a Google Chrome extension written in HTML, CSS, and Python. And what we'll do is we'll actually use the inspect key, or the feature on our computers, to read the data of recommended videos or videos not with the keywords that the user types in, to blur out these videos. And then we'll also just implement a timer in the top right. And so this plugin can just be accessed by, such as with any other plugin, and should hopefully, based off our research, help the user just stay on track, and especially the addicted users who have seen negative consequences of YouTube, just to get them back on track and not fall into the time trap. Thank you.